broadcast here in Philadelphia. It's on this Saturday night. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Yours. He's done a terrific job. The assist numbers under the microscope for James.
And the trend that he's going through with his assist numbers dropping over the past few years isn't a good one. I don't want to be too concerned about finding his own shot rather than creating for his teammates. He may want to rethink that.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Get out there with Dion Waiters. Big forward pair. Harris the 3 and Horford the 4. Then there's Embiid. Then it's Simmons. And it's Thibault in at the 2 spot. Now the 76ers on the break. Harris dishes to Horford. Stripped away. And it's the Lakers on the break. Gets it to go. That one good from the kid. The Kids got the first points on the scoreboard for Los Angeles. Offenses in this league so creative, Clark. A lot of them very hard to stop. And tonight, we get to see 2 of these great offenses in this one.
What a treat. The fast pace that these teams play with really wear you down defensively. And the way offenses can space the floor and spread you out, boy, it's fun to watch, but it's certainly hard to defend.
And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And Simmons slams it in.
The quickness, the size, the speed of Simmons captivating, especially when he's dribbling the rock.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter.
You know, after the Sixers were knocked out in the second round for the second straight year, there was some speculation, and I think unmerited, whether Brett Brown might be let go as head coach. The players voiced their support and made the decision easier to bring him back, and I think it was the right one. He's done a fantastic job as the leader of the Sixers.
And Coach Brown, Clark, captained the ship through some real rough times in the beginning.
And you know, Kevin, I think for that reason, and the job he's done here recently, he's earned the right to see this thing through. It's a result-oriented profession. I know that, and I understand it. But this is a team built to contend, and that's the expectation, and I'd like to see Brett Brown have a chance to bring it to full fruition.
Here's the kid after the made shot from Joel Embiid. 76ers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start off the game. Here's Thibault. He's guarded by Waiters.
And, you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector.
Strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And here again, Los Angeles in transition up.
That's not what I was expecting.
Me either. I don't think anybody was. Even he didn't know what he was going to pull off on that one. Spectacular.
Takes creativity and spontaneity. The ability to make it up on the fly, that's special.
Here's Harris. After the basket by Los Angeles. The tray. Buries it from 3-point range.
Yeah, you know, the 3-point range Harris has added to his game makes him that much harder to defend. He always is somebody you've got to be aware of.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Knocks it loose. To the middle. Here's Simmons. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Hey, really you don't have any more options when Simmons is that close to the cup. I mean, this guy's just too smart.
Here's James trying to get open as Davis. James with the bucket.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Raiders against Simmons. He feeds it to Horford. And what a play! Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. James, the pass to the kid. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
There is a bunch to appreciate about LeBron's game. His passing is off the charts. Just look at that feed.
Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Raptors. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Rojo, and he finishes nicely on the layup. The kid's got 10 points. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Here's Simmons. After the made shot from the kid. Shot clock at 3. Simmons. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Took him no time at all on that one.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Now here is Harris in the game against Toronto. Very impressive. And the pass to Horford. And here's Rose outside, kept alive. No good from Simmons.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And it's Howard finishing it off.
Really, really hard to keep Howard out of the paint. I mean, once he gets the position he wants, he's going to look to throw it down.
And here's Rose. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Raptors in Toronto. Here's Harris. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And, you know, questions for the Sixers about fit between their 2 young stars in Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons are legitimate questions, because when young players are that talented, sometimes it's hard for them to sacrifice their own games for the good of the team.
Here's Simmons. Dion Waiters making his last shot. Here.
Oh, get it! What throw down there, man!
Excellent all-around performance so far against the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Here's Thibault. And Davis sends it back. Waiters outside. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. LeBron's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. Clark, as you're watching a game unfold, what characteristics do you look for in a great closer?
Obviously, confidence, a real eagerness to make difference-making plays late, and somebody who can create his own shot if a play breaks down. I mean, that's essential.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. And it's Green in for Dion Waiters.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Craig. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
And their offense already in a flow, some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. After the basket by the Lakers. Here's Harris. Green with the rebound.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. The Lakers, number 1.
Man, that's a fun category. Most fans love that kind of up-tempo offense, and these guys are the best in the game playing that style.
The Lakers making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Both free throws good from the kid. But there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions. The NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
The 76ers trail by 18. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Harris against Morris. Horford trying to free himself up. Harris, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's the kid playing Brooklyn. He was nearly unstoppable. Back to Kuzma. 5 on the clock and stolen by Horford. Now here's Rose. Passes it to Burks. On the wing, Harris. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on JaVale McGee.
You know, looking to score often from there, Harris is excellent at drawing the defense's attention and fouls.
The 76ers with a completely new group now. And Los Angeles with some changes. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Kicks it to Howard. To the wing on the left. The kid passes to LeBron. Here's the kid beyond the arc. They get it again. Howard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know what? Still a consistent double-double threat every game is Howard, wanting to prove how valuable he is.
And the first one at the line is good. And he can't hit the second. The 76ers trail by 7. They've got Ben Simmons. Embiid is out there with Robinson. And it's Thibault in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Good.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out. But it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the kid in his last game against the Nets put on a show. He finished with 47 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Second shot opportunity, and it's Davis missing.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Embiid, no good. And it's Davis with the ball for the Lakers. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a filling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
Here's Thibault. He's guarded by Waiters. Back to Robinson. Clock at 4. That shot misses. Excellent D there from Waiters.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
The Lakers have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately, came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
For Los Angeles, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. Both free throws good from the kid. The 76ers trail by 7. Outside, Simmons. Good D by Howard. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Waiters outside. Now Howard. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Nets in Brooklyn. No one near James as he lets it go. And the Lakers with another miss. For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against the Nets. Simmons gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Thibault. The Lakers with the rebound. James, the pass to the kid. Waiters outside. Here's Rojo. No good with the triple. The 76ers trail by 5. Here's Korkmaz. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Simmons dishes to Embiid. Here's Thibault. And the 3 ball is good. Thibault's got 6.
You know, for a big guy, Joel Embiid's floor awareness is pretty impressive. He does a pretty good job of finding open guys. Well, he just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Here's Simmons, and for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. Now Horford's checked in for Philadelphia. And the 76ers call time here. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
Here's Thibault. He's guarded by Waiters. Pass to Embiid. Here's Thibault. 6 to shoot. From deep. Rebound the Lakers. Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Down low. And Davis throws it down.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
The 76ers trail by 4. Thibault, the pass to Embiid. Here's Thibault. He's guarded by Waiters. The 9-foot shot goes back up. And Davis sends it back. The kid passes to Howard and stolen by Horford. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Davis against Simmons. Horford no luck. Lakers leading by 4. The kid passes to Davis. Knocked away. And now the 76ers on the break. Simmons is running.
And, you know, this is why Simmons is an all-star caliber player, guys, because he has the ability to dominate games.
Waiters. Here's the kid. He's got 22. Back to LeBron. Howard, the pass to the kid. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. There's the 3. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. The kid's got 9 points in the quarter.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
Simmons with it. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Raptors in Toronto. The pass to the kid. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Ben Simmons.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. Rose comes in for Korkmaz. The Lakers also changing it up. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Howard. And it's Green in for Waiters. No good from the kid. The 76ers trail by 6. Here's Simmons. Good D by LeBron.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them take this lead.
And the kid picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Los Angeles bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Brett Brown. Now, Coach, it seemed like you got...
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. A fantastic game from the kid in this one.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Lakers. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dion Waiters is out there with the kid, and it's Howard in at the center position.
Well, you look at Ben Simmons and that great body of his and the skills of a guard. That is an incredibly unique combination.
Howard, the pass to the kid. James outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the kid. And by Simmons. No good from the kid. And Clark standing 6'10". Has there ever been a player Ben Simmons' size or bigger who could handle and blast like this?
I really don't think so, Kevin. Obviously, LeBron is 2 inches shorter and probably 15 pounds heavier. Giannis is more of a scorer than a passer and facilitator. Magic Johnson was the first of the true 6'8"-ish point guards. He might be the closest when you look at Ben Simmons, but man, he's special because of that size and passing ability.
Thibault, the pass to Simmons. Embiid trying to break loose. Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Ben Simmons. Pass to Howard. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Oh, the lob for Simmons. Horford the pass to Simmons. It's tipped. But he stays with it. Back to Horford. Again with the block. Making his presence felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense.
Here's LeBron. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Here's the kid, guarded by Simmons. Throws it up high, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Great timing and recognition as Howard is able to go up for the alley-oop.
The 76ers trail by 9. Here's Thibault. 6 points for him. Horford trying to free himself up. Waiters grabs the miss.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been a more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know, you get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Passes it to Harris. And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. The Lakers on D. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half.
With Simmons, the closer, the better. I mean, he's confident from this area of the floor.
Here's the kid, guarded by Simmons. Pass to Howard. Now here's Waiters. Clock at 6. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Waiters got his second basket of the night.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Buffalo bully ball right there, partner.
Getting a little physical. I like that. I like that reference.
Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles. Clark, we're seeing a lot of shooters drawing contact. They have that art form down. They know exactly what to do and how to position their bodies, don't they?
Yeah, they really do, Kevin. And I don't know if anybody's any better than James Harden, in part because he's so skilled with the ball, but he's a really thick, strong, agile guard, which makes him hard to defend without fouling him. And he's really developed that ability to seek contact in a legal manner. I don't think anybody does it any better than him. Nothing out of the ordinary there for LeBron. I mean, insane athleticism.
The 76ers trail by 11. Here's Thibault. 6 points for him. And then Simmons slams it in.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Here's Rojo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
The 76ers making a switch here. Milton's checked in. Dish now to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
Here's the kid, guarded by Simmons. Here's Rojo, up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's the floater, and Davis sends it back. Waiters with 3. It's good from long range. Waiters got 5 points now this quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
The pass to Harris. He dishes it to Simmons. Lays it up and banks it in. Simmons got 25 points.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's the kid, guarded by Harris, and Morris throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it, and it's in there. And the Lakers lead by 15.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Simmons working it over. Harris outside. Back to Simmons. Ball's knocked loose. Embiid fades and shoots. Score the basket, his 5th of the game, and he's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
The mid-range J from Embiid getting better and better.
And the Lakers call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin,
He's making some changes here. Here's the kid. He's covered by Rose. LeBron outside. Passes it to the kid. And he uses the glass on the layup. The kid's got 38 points.
and they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
76ers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Rose is out there with Simmons. And it's Thibault in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
Save that one. Boys, I'm going to want to see that a few times.
Oh, me too, right? Jaws on the ground all over this building.
I wonder how long he's worked on that. First, you got to think it up. Then, you got to bring it to reality.
And it's Rose missing for Los Angeles. They've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And it's Davis with the jam.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
Pass to Horford. Over Davis. That's good from Horford on the assist by Simmons. 7 points for Horford.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
The kid passes to Waiters. And here is James. Mark, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on the championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem. But I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list, a number of guys who just weren't, for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame careers.
Scotty's checked in for Philadelphia. Here's O'Quinn. Another miss by Philadelphia. Lakers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Howard misses. And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Robinson, that's good.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
The Lakers shooting about 59% from the floor. Offensively, they've been running without a hitch. Pass to Davis. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Tuesday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Thursday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Atlanta Hawks.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team's going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And it's Howard finishing it off.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
The kick out to Scott. Now the pass to Robinson. Mark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
Rocket 2, and that one's good. Simmons.
Outstanding focus that time by Simmons. Nothing really rattles this guy. He's unflappable, even when he's getting bodied by the defense like that.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
kicks to Harris. The Lakers with the rebound. James has got 7 rebounds in the game. The kid passes to Waiters. Here's the kid, guarded by Simmons. Here's Rojo, and Embiid with the block.
Yeah, good energy and awareness that time by Embiid to deny that shot.
Simmons dishes to Harris, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and well, he...
With some changes. Dion Waiters comes in for Green, and it's the kid in for Alex Caruso. Burks against Waiters. Simmons left side. Pass to Embiid. The shot from 20 feet away. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one. Lakers leading by 22. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
Impeccable from the line since halftime. No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Like last season, we saw more of the global game series from the NBA. The games in Mexico, one in England. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it really is, because I actually 6 years ago had a chance to be with the Pacers in the global games in the Philippines, and then Taipei, Taiwan with the Rockets. Great experience for the players and the organization. It's an additional level of travel, no doubt. About a week to 10 days where you're in another country, but it's great for the game, and it's great for the fans in those countries.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Boy, if you can't appreciate how skilled Embiid is, you got a problem, and he's impossible for the defense to slow down.
Here's Rojo, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Horford. The first one falls.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Both free throws good from the kid.
And making the most of their opportunities at the line here in the second half.
Oh, the lob for Simmons. High to stop the alley.
Phenomenal timing that time, guys, from Simmons. I mean, leaving the ground once the